For more than 4,000 years, the Great Pyramid has challenged scientists, engineers, and historians. It is a structure so precise that modern builders still struggle to match its accuracy. How did a society without iron tools, modern cranes, or advanced mathematics create a monument that has survived everything from earthquakes to desert storms? Today we take a deeper look at the methods, the planning, and the evidence that explain how the ancient Egyptians achieved what seems impossible even now. The story begins long before the first stone was placed. Egyptian architects spent years planning every angle, every measurement, and every position. The pyramid is aligned almost perfectly with the 4 cardinal directions, and the error is so small that you could not spot it without instruments. Most researchers believe architects used the night sky, especially a pair of pole stars, to mark true north. They observed the stars for months, waited for the exact moments when they crossed the meridian, and used simple sighting tools to fix alignment. The accuracy they reached is something many modern buildings don't achieve without lasers. When construction began, the real challenge was the stone itself. The pyramid contains around 2.3 million blocks, and some weigh 70 tons. How could workers with basic tools move such massive pieces across the desert? Ancient artwork gives the first clue. Workers pulling huge sleds while another worker pours water on the sand. This small detail matters. Wet sand clumps together, reducing friction almost by half. It turns an impossible task into a difficult but manageable one. Moving the blocks was only the first step. Lifting them hundreds of feet into the air required even more planning. Several theories exist, but most experts agree that ramps were the key. Some ramps likely ran straight from the ground to the first levels. Others may have wrapped around the structure like a spiral. A popular idea proposes a ramp hidden inside the pyramid, curving upward and supported by the inner walls. This explains how workers lifted heavy stones without building a ramp longer than the pyramid itself. Each level acted as a working platform, allowing thousands of workers to push stones up inch by inch. Transporting granite from Aswan was another challenge. These stones were too heavy to drag all the way overland, so the builders relied on the Nile. During the flood season, water rose near the construction site. This allowed boats loaded with granite to reach canals built specifically for the pyramid project. By using the river's natural cycle, the builders turned geography into an advantage. Reducing the distance stones had to be dragged on land. Cutting and shaping the blocks required precision that surprises modern engineers. The Egyptians used copper chisels, stone pounders, and sand to grind surfaces. They shaped each block until it fits so tightly against the next that a blade cannot slide between them. Some joints are only a few millimeters thick. When you multiply this precision across millions of stones, you get a structure so stable that it has hardly shifted in for millennia. Even the casing stones, which once made the pyramid shine in the sun, were polished to reflect light like smooth tiles inside the Great Pyramid. The engineering becomes even more impressive. The Grand Gallery is a long passageway with a ceiling that rises in steps, each layer projecting slightly inward. This design spreads weight outward instead of downward, preventing collapse. At the core lies the King's Chamber, built entirely from granite. Above it are several small spaces stacked like layers in a roof. They were not meant for people. Their purpose is to absorb stress. Without them, the pressure from millions of tons above would have crushed the chamber long ago. The fact that it still stands is proof that the builders understood more than simple stonework. They understood how forces move through a structure. Another major misunderstanding about the pyramid is the workforce. For decades, people imagined slaves forced to build the monument under harsh conditions. Archaeology tells a better story. Workers lived in nearby camps, and their remains show signs of regular meals, medical treatment, and organized teams. Graffiti found inside the pyramid includes team names, jokes, and signatures. The same way modern workers sign a completed project. The pyramid wasn't built by slaves. It was built by skilled laborers who took pride in their work. Thousands of people working in rotation, supported by cooks, potters, toolmakers, and planners. It was a national effort that brought together different parts of society. Even with everything we know, several mysteries remain. The massive granite beams above the King's Chamber are still puzzling. Lifting and placing those stones required a level of coordination that has never been fully explained. Another unresolved detail is the pyramid's relationship with the stars. Its alignment to true north is almost perfect. and the layout of the three Giza pyramids resembles the stars of Orion's belt. Whether this was symbolism, astronomy, or coincidence is still debated. All these details show that the Great Pyramid is far more than a tomb. It is a statement of ambition, intelligence, and engineering. It reflects a society that understood how to organize thousands of workers, how to use nature to their advantage, and how to apply mathematics long before the world had a word for it. The more we learn, the more the pyramid shifts from a mystery to a masterpiece, built by human hands that pushed the limits of their time.